Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Ashley, don't tell us no more that your birthday was the day of Wendy's birthday party. Don't tell us that no more. Don't tell us about it no more. Golly. It's clear y'all really are not friends because Mia planning a weekend getaway on Wendy's birthday weekend. She didn't know that. Wendy planned her birthday party on your birthday. She didn't know that before. Y'all ain't friends. And sometimes that happens, Ashley, even if you guys did, even if she did know. Wendy's birthday is May 21st. They went to North Carolina. You were there being messy and stirring the pot. Sometimes when your birthdays are close, their parties are going to be on your birthday sometimes. It's what happens. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now, let's kiki and get into another episode of Housewives of Potomac. It's season 9, episode 8, Healing, Thriving, and Surviving. This is the title of Ashley's song, the international pop star. Do we like the title of this episode? We never do. Will we change it? Yep. How would you rate this week's episode, besties? It was okay. It wasn't the greatest. It was okay. I might be like a 6.5. It may be a 6.5 for me. Drop down in the comments to let me know what you rate this week's episode and any comments you have about the episode. And let's get into it. Just make sure you please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and be notified each and every time I upload my next content. Baby, the timestamp, 3 days until Karen's court date. Child, stop doing that to us. Now I'm just as nervous as Karen is. G&A child, they are rebranding. So now they are health and wellness. So they're having a fitness event. Sorry, it's G&A Fusion. Where the heck did you get fusion from? When I think of fusion, I think of food. The Asian fusion, Vietnamese fusion, okay. So the fitness event, of course, has to do with her dad, Giselle's father. So everything will be in support of the National Brain Tumor Society. Cool. Karen will not be there because, she got 3 days until her court date. But TJ shows up with his best friend and his clear backpack. Hey, girl, hey. Ooh, we gonna get into him in a minute. Ashley sings her hit song, Baby. Giselle calls her an international pop star. And Wendy says she'd be so confused by all this stuff with the G&A. And it's like, well, Wendy, we know you're confused because as smart as you are, you should be able to comprehend. But, you're confused about your own endeavors. Where's your candle line? What's going on with that? Where happened to your podcast? What's going on with that? And what else are you into? Didn't you write a book? Yeah. You do be confused when it comes to entrepreneurship. You know nothing about it. So just clock into your good old job and let's do that. But stop always being confused. What are you confused about? They took their clothing brand that did not do well and they're changing it to a fitness, health, and wellness brand. What are you confused about? 4 degrees. So after the event, Mia B. Lyon tells the girls that Ink and Gordon got into it. And they did. We saw it last week. She told them that Gordon called her an adulterer and adulterer, a person that commits adultery, an adulterer. And she had the termination of a child. And all the girls are like, and it's just like, who says that to a group of girls? Like, that's something that you kind of keep under your belt. Only your day ones know. That is not something that you just tell everybody. Yeah. So everybody is shocked and spooked. So she says that Ink said, since he may be a trigger for G, he will, if he's a trigger for G, he will remove himself and not be a part of this blended family for peace sake. Now, mind you, he said if he is a trigger. So being that we saw him in this episode, maybe he's not a trigger for G. But did Mia ask? Do we know? I'm gonna tell you what I think about these three later. Okay. So he's willing to step aside, and I don't blame him because who wants to be a part of all this drama? Like, this is why you should not move on before you're divorced. Get divorced and then move on. Stop bringing people into this fold of your family for blending. He's just a boyfriend. Mia, you can just date Ink. And I know he's traveling from Atlanta to see you, but he can get a room. He don't have to be on top of your kids. Like, don't bring him around until you're single. Okay, girl? So it's the day of Karen's court date. And she's at home and it's so quiet and peaceful. She's down in the kitchen making coffee. Her Ray comes down, want coffee, yeah. Troy, the attorney, comes by to pick them up. And pretty much he talks and coaches her and say, stay with me. Of course, they get in the car and then they unmic because they got to talk and we can't know about all that stuff. So they get to the courthouse and they go in and she's hoping for the best. And we are too, Karen, but there are so many things against you. You were driving, no license, the car wasn't registered. They said you had wine and beer bottles in the car. You was slurring and looked high and drunk. And girl, you just had all the things against you. So Eddie told Wendy that, you'll probably get jail time, house arrest, probation, community services. I mean, yeah, duh. That's pretty much the norm. And what about the fine? They're gonna fine you. You're gonna pay, honey. Um, so yeah, we'll see. So Mia and Kierna, they meet up for lunch, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Production must have told them to be together because all that back and forth they had, baby, But here comes everybody else. Did y'all hear that Kierna is allergic to cheese? Oh, I feel so sorry for her. Girl, food goes well with cheese, honey. Food, wine. I just can't believe that. I feel so bad for you. So Mia asked her, has she talked to Karen? And so she says she's going to wait till all the girls show up too, because she only wants to say this one time and not keep repeating it. Of course, Karen's not coming. And Ashley had a photo shoot, so she's not going to be there either. And so they learn. So Kiana tells them that Karen's case was postponed to September 23rd. And that's that on that. And so the ladies, they want to support Karen. So Giselle's like, I want to give her a call. She tries to call her. Mia gonna say, why don't you text her first? Because she might be drunk. You know what? I don't know why you come for Karen so much because Karen brought you onto this show. You guys were cool. I don't know what happened when you got on this show. You just come for Karen. You're not acting like a good friend. Y'all go back and forth, in and out, down and up. It's just, why do you just have it out for Karen? She put you on, girl. Oh, Mia gets on my nerves. She might be drunk. That wasn't even funny. You might be pregnant. Now what? So Stacy says, "Oh no, she doesn't drink anymore. You know, we're around, she comes around us, she doesn't drink." And so Mia over there talking about, yeah, and I'm celibate. And Stacy caught that the first time, like she is getting good. She caught that, honey, and the crowd roars. Go, Stacy, go. Go, Stacy, go. Yeah. So Ashley's birthday is coming up. She's at home with the boys. Hey, Dean. Hey, Dylan. And they're making her birthday cake. They're putting on the icing and the sprinkles and the 3 and the 6. And child, that Dean is so funny. It's a trip that both of these kids look just like Mike, but different stages in Mike's life. Like Dean looks like the young Mike, and Dylan looks like the older Mike. And I don't know how that's possible when Dylan is the youngest. He's 3 and Dean is 5. Child, so they on top of the counter, and I heard some people complaining about that. So it's like, well, where should the kids be? They're helping their mom ice her birthday cake. They're 3 and 5. They're small children. What are they supposed to do? Stand on ladders to help her? Like, you guys got to get a grip. So that you also see when Dean looked into the camera, he was like, ah! He was like, I ain't following no instructions. Y'all telling me to act like you not in the room, but I can't help it. Y'all, it's a whole bunch of cameras in here with these lights. It's hot. People are standing around, and I just want to know, ah! So Ashley tells us that she's turning 36 and she's not where she thought she would be in life. So now her voice is going down. We know. You want to, what I noticed? What made, okay, never mind. She's not where she wants to be in life. G&A is not where she wants it to be. Where do you want it to be? You and Giselle are the worst dressed people in the whole Real Housewives franchise. Y'all two out of everybody comes out with a clothing line. We don't, okay. And then she says she's not divorced yet. Let's get into that, guys. I don't think Ashley wants to be divorced. That's no surprise, right? But let me keep going. I don't think Ashley wants to be divorced. She was happy in her penthouse with this older guy. She don't have no daddy, so he's fulfilling 2 needs. He could be her daddy and her lover at the same time. She decided when she turned 30, 31, and she wanted to have kids. So he gave her 2 kids, and her life just crumbled. They used to do, threesomes and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And she was fine with that. And I think somewhere along the line of motherhood, remember, she decided she wanted to stop having an open marriage, and Mike didn't stop. So somewhere along the line, she felt as if I can't be a floozy and a mother at the same time. But baby, Mia is. Look at your girl, Mia. It can be done. And I just think maybe society, her family, social media, which is society, I think they have put their standards on Ashley and have made her crumble right on television. She don't want to divorce Mike, and I don't even think he wants to divorce. Because I really feel like Michael is in that bedroom. How come we ain't never been in Ashley's bedroom? We only in her kitchen, her living room, and in the backyard. That's because Michael is in the bedroom, child. He in there asleep, and she being quiet. She trying to keep quiet. But I don't think Ashley really wants to get divorced. And of course, we understand that because it's taking so long. But I don't think neither one of them want to separate, be apart from each other. And that's just so like, oh. So her uncle and his family come over, because they're celebrating her birthday. And, she tells them like Wendy's birthday party is on her actual birthday. Well, okay, girl. Okay. Hmm. So what we learned is Wendy's birthday is May 21st. Ashley's birthday is June 8th. They're both Gemini's. Birthdays are maybe what that might be about a little 2.5 weeks apart. It happens, Ashley. I mean, what do you want to do? You didn't have to go to the birthday party. You understand? You could have stayed in the bedroom with Mike. So her aunt, very vocal. It was always Uncle Lump that always had something to say, but honey, Auntie has taken over, and she asked Ashley about the divorce. She has a mediator now, and this is just all too much for her because she said next time she sees Mike will be the last time she sees him as her husband. And so the aunt tells her to prepare for the worst. So much to think about, that all the money that it requires to raise these kids, their education, after school activities, summer camps, colleges. And so Ashley admits that she wasn't ready to fight Mike because, she pretty much is scared of him. Okay. And, divorce is very final, and you could tell like she's mourning the loss of the marriage. I don't know if it's so much Mike now, but it's definitely the marriage because, like I told you, Mike is in that bedroom sleep. Okay. So Uncle says that this is a good decision and he hugs her because he wants this to be over with. This is a good decision. Every time you see your kids, you will be reminded that this is a good decision. So then her mom comes over. She had to come over after her 12-hour shift, honey, because she got to take care of her boo. And so they keep talking about this, and she wants to go outside and get some air. And so they just really was telling Ashley like she has blossomed, and Mike don't want the blossomed Ashley. He wants someone that he can control, and he used to can control her. 10 years ago when they got together. So Unc asked her, Uncle Lump, do you have a legit proof of infidelity? And it's like, Uncle Lump, where you been? It's on the internet. Have you not? Do you not watch the show? Maybe he doesn't. So, yes, Uncle Lump, it's all over the internet, videos, everything, okay? So, Mia picks up ink from the airport. Production asked her about the pause that they were supposed to have. They supposed to be on a pause. Mia says that she couldn't even get her lie out. She was like, "Well, let's see." Blah, blah, blah. She could not get it out. Just tongue tied, just stumbling, stuttering, because she about to lie and she couldn't get it out. So she even had to put pause on herself. And she just said, we just gonna be determined on, they just want it to be whatever it's gonna be, whatever that is. Mia, have you ever been alone? It just seemed like Mia, one of them girls that just cannot be alone. She's afraid to be alone. Like she's afraid to be in her own company. So they talk about G because this is just everything. This is what Mia's gonna do. This is just what she gonna do. Every time we see Mia, she gonna be talking about Gordon, and that would make me feel some kind of way if I was Ink. So after G stormed out last week, they all ended up at the rooftop and went swimming in their building. All of them all together. They ran the tape back. Somebody was pouring liquor in his cup. Him and Ink sitting next to each other, and they all in the pool splashing and having a good time. And so Mia was saying how G says one thing and he does another. And, she's blaming this on his manic, the bipolarism. And I'm like, you know what? G ain't bipolar. G is broke polar. G is broke polar. He is mad about this separation. He is mad that he got to share Mia and these kids with Ink. He is mad that you trying to say his child, y'all oldest kid, is Ink's and not his. He mad that he done lost his position with the joint. I heard that Mia still has her hand in that company, but G does it. He mad that now she is the head of the household. She's taking care of him, and he's mad about it. Gordon was a man's man. He got plenty of pride and ego, And this is weird for him. He's lost everything. Everything he has lost everything. Sure, he's dating. He probably don't want to. Who wants to start over at that big age? So yeah, he just had to go on record to let you know that he was not going to support your relationship. You're not going to be playing in his face. Okay. Yeah, he just broke bipolar. He is brokeler. That's it. Did I say it right? Bipolar. He is broke oler. Oh, cracked me up. So Ink said he would fight G if he was 25 years younger. And then he called G granddaddy. And Mia laughed. And it's like, hold up, stop, pause. It's one thing to talk about the situation, but to call my baby's daddy, my soon to be ex husband, granddaddy, that's not funny. Mia, he needs to be, Ink needs to be accountable. He needs to be held to a high standard of, respect. Well, it's Wendy's birthday party, honey. The planners are there. Everything looks beautiful, gorgeous. It's a white party. It's flowers everywhere. The tables are set. Gold accents on the chairs, the silverware, the name tags. There's flowers. There's candles. It's just going down. It's in a beautiful home. She got the backdrops. There's a pool, and the ocean is right there. The big old ocean. Child, all the girls showing up one at a time with their booze and their husbands. And look, there's TJ. And they're holding hands. Okay. Then Mia starts talking about Gordon again. Karen interrupts, and then Giselle interrupts. Thank goodness. Then Giselle gonna tell Karen, "Oh, you're glad you're free. Glad you're here with us and you're free. What do you mean you're glad she's free? Karen wasn't in jail. She went to court from her house. What are you talking about? Glad she's free." And it's like, you just not have to say that, Jizzy. You didn't have to say that. And Ashley comes, she got a little friend with her, She comes in, there's some guy named Giano, he trying to flirt with her. She's like, "Hi, and I'm Ashley. You better get it, girl. Look at you. You pulling cute men." Because Giano was cute. And then later on, Hayden Giselle was like, he was flirting with everybody at the party. Like, Ashley, no. Put him back, give him back to the streets. Girl, he's at a party mingling. That's what single men do. He's mingling. Ashley ain't pulled him to the side and hollered at him back. She didn't give him the number. He trying to get where he trying to get in where he fit in, girl. So they tell Karen they saw her looking good when she went to court. And so Giselle was like, "So what were you channeling? What were you channeling?" And so Karen gonna say, "My innocence." Oh, what were you channeling? My innocence. That's what I'm talking about, MVP. Go, Karen. Exactly. So Mia in her confessional gonna say, it's okay to say you need help. You'll regain your power. What else did she say? And then if you do that, there won't be nothing for us to talk about. And we'll have to support you because we're friends. 1+1 is not equaling 2. Girl, Mia, I know you ain't talking. Worry about your own life. Where has your oldest son been? Did his father come and snatch him up to get him out of this mess that you in? You in here got kids, don't even know who their daddy is. You over here, girl, you got your own, honey, your 1+1 don't equal 2 either, honey. Worry about your own equation, okay? So Jacqueline comes with PP. I said, okay, the people are bringing dates to this party, honey. Jassy came by herself. Girl, where is Darius? I don't see him. Let me go call the other girl to see. He over there with his kids. Huh? So Mia goes over to speak to Wendy's mom. I don't know why she did this. So she's all, hi. And so she brings up their interaction. I haven't talked to you since we were on Twitter. And, and so what she's talking about is when, Mia, hit Wendy back in Miami. So the mom says, I pray for you. And Mia sits down and Susan's like, yeah, and you called me out my name. You called me a crow. And so that was the Austin trip that Ashley took them on. So Mia apologizes. As Susan says, I am not a witch. I don't fly. I'm a child of God. I pray Holy Ghost fire in the name of Jesus. Child. Wendy, and so Mia's like, okay, and I'm not really sure even how that scene ended, but yes, I'm with the mama. You gonna talk about me, you gonna try to hit my daughter and talk about us like that, girl. I will ride for my child. Keep your hands off my kid. You feel me? Don't make me put this Jesus Holy Ghost fire upside your head, helper. And there's just a certain respect you should have. And I don't even think I think Mia was half listening. So whatever. So Karen tells Ashley happy birthday. Ashley asks Karen, like, what's up? And so she's like, Karen ain't saying nothing. Karen is tight-lipped to after court. She says she'll be able to tell her truth after this court is over. But here go Ray. I'll tell her about what happened. I'll tell her. And Karen is like, Ray. I said, Ray, what have you been drinking? You been on that brandy, that whiskey, that scotch? What you been drinking? You get ready to tell Ashley everything. Everything. So Wendy tries to make her grand entrance. She's all in the water on some water boat. And they just a driving. She never comes to the party. They doing donuts, having a sideshow, all out in the water. They going around the circle. People can barely see them because the sun is going down. Probably, and it's just, what are you doing? They just riding the waves, hitting, popping, popping, pop, pop. Hey, everybody. And they all like, is that Wendy? So Stacy asked Ashley what she was doing that night because it's her birthday. And so Ashley is going to a drag king show. And I'm like, no, Ashley, you need to go on a date with Gianno is what you need to do. So she's all talking about, Stacy's all like, what is that? I don't know. What do you mean? What is that? So she explains that, have you heard of a drag queen? Yeah, that's a man dressed up as a woman. So these are women that dress up as men, and I'm gonna go as Ashton. And Ashley is like, I have to channel my inner male energy, and sometimes I have to talk. Shut up, Ashley. Just shut up. So everyone sits down to eat. Wendy still ain't there yet. And so Eddie's family is not talking to Wendy's mom, family. And so the mom is like, don't speak to them because they can't even speak to me. Don't talk to them. They can't speak to me. Okay. And it's weird, but they're there. They're trying, and it's cool. They were taking pictures, small steps, Mama Susan, small steps. Because, they are brainwashed by whatever their parents have told them. And it's probably because of you. I'm sure you're the core of why that family is not talking. And you need to just, it's you. I'm almost certain, Susan, it's because of you. It's something you said or did. Did you put the Holy Ghost fire in them people? So Karen mad because she got to sit by Giselle. She's like, no, I'm not tripping. And so Stacy asked Ray, has he heard of the drag kings? And he like, no, And so there she tells Ashley, see, I'm not the only one that hasn't heard of that. So Ashley in her confessional says that her and Stacy have a lot in common, but Stacy lacks flavor. And says to tell Stacy that she need to get both of her lips wet. Ashley, who's wetting yours? That's right. Mike is in the bedroom sleep. Girl, what and you flavor? Okay, so now Ashley has flavor because she's an international pop star. Is it because you know how to do TikTok videos? What makes you have so much flavor? Girl, you had two boys that don't look like you got nothing to do with it. Them boys don't look nothing like you. Where's your flavor? Anyway, Ashley, be quiet because I keep telling you to be quiet. You just keep talking. So, honey, TJ comes to the table and he got a true, straight up attitude with Stacy. He says she didn't. She was like, oh, hi, come on, sit down. Oh, you finally noticed me, huh? Wow, what is happening right now? You know, you're hanging with everybody but me. TJ, you was over there in the corner talking to Ray 5 minutes ago. It's a party. You're supposed to mingle around and talk to the men, talk to the ladies. Why don't you just go find Stacy and hang with her? Why did y'all get separated? You're a grown man. That place wasn't that big. So he tells her to get it together. And I guess is she all sorry? Sorry about what? And I guess she had put her hand on him. So, like to just kind of calm him down, like to kind of shush him. And he like, and you can take your hand off of me. What? Not you in here acting all, the people call you zesty, sassy. I try not to say those words, but you had an attitude, girl. And my thing is, you walk around here pent up full of frustration because you just tense. You need to release. That's what you get trying to be celibate. Now you walking around here like a firecracker. Everything bothers you. Everything bothers you. Are you on your period, Mr. TJ? And I cannot believe that he's 41 years old. He looks good, but he looks older. He looks more like 51. But for one thing, you're not going to be talking to me half crazy out here with my family and friends in front of Ashley out of all people, because she finna run with that narrative. She is watching, okay? But who is you talking to like you crazy? And Stacy, why are you telling him you sorry? He is grown. And really, actually, I don't really need to see TJ no more. He has showed us who he is. He came to the G&A with them leggings on, with his little clear backpack. And he had both his arms in the backpack. You know how we carry a backpack. We carry a backpack with one arm in the backpack. This fool had that thing all the way on his back, like for real, with his leggings. Got an attitude because you at a party and she's mingling amongst the people. First of all, TJ, she's at work. Where your job at? She's basically, this is her job. Anyway, how dare you fuss at her in front of people about that? I wish you would have to leave. Stacy, you should have told him, girl, bye. So she trying to, make it soft, change the scene, calm him down. So she just asked him, like, aren't these flowers nice? He gonna say, that's a girl question. Well, Mr. Diva, she knows. That's why she asked you, aren't the flowers nice? Ooh, child. Wendy finally enters into her own birthday party. About time, girl. When you come on, it's getting dark. We've been out here all day. So here come Miss Fabulous. Dress is beautiful. Makeup, hair, it just beautiful. Happy 40th birthday, Miss Fabulous, honey. And I wanted to know that it come from Vivian's store. Did she get that dress from Vivian, Karen? Do you know? So the ladies sit down, and Wendy says, "What happened? You look like y'all got something to tell me." And so Mia says, "Well, I have a question for Mia." No, Giselle says, "I have a question for Mia. You told us at GNA, you said all this about, G and ink and creating space and all that. Then 24 hours later, y'all at the pool. You on social media, y'all at the pool." So Mia says, "Yeah, G and ink, G was on a rampage. Ink was a trigger for G. And, I just think that the fathers of my children can get along." And everybody is like, "The fathers?" The fathers? What do you mean the fathers? And so Stacey's like, "I thought Gordon was the father of your children." Child. And the episode ended right there with that. What are we gonna do with Mia? Oh, she's so ghetto. And we already know that her kids got multiple fathers because that oldest son got a different father. We haven't even seen him this season. Like, I think his dad said, "Son, come on. You too old." Like, he's a little older than him. He don't need to be in the middle of this mess. Mia just don't have no decorum about nothing. She ain't trying to be on the under. She trying to kumbaya everybody and have all these men. And what is she trying to do? Man, but anyway, besties, that was that. And so I think the title of this episode should have been "The Fathers question mark." That's it. "The Fathers question mark." That should have been the name of the title. This was a good episode. Not great, but it was cool, but not great. As you see, Ashley don't have a storyline, but there is an update. People Magazine reported that Ashley and Mike filed their divorce papers, I think 2 days ago. 2 days ago, they filed. So they are headed to, living different lives separately. But besties, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Don't forget to like this video, and I will see you on the next video. Next up will be Married to Medicine, season 11, episode 1. I'll see you then. Bye, besties.